how he stopped. I just want you to notice.
He stopped pretty square.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's lucky.
He'll get it.
Cody, come in front of me so I can show you where your position needs to be when you're backing. And this is going to be new because we didn't know this in 4-H, so Mom probably doesn't know some of this. But I want you to take a nice big step out away from him. And then turn your body towards him. And then you want this left shoulder lined up about with his
get
left
right
thigh.
directly behind her so you can see.
Do not get directly in front of him, because that is a huge safety no-no, and they should kill you for it. That should be done. You should be done. It's a huge safety no-no. So I want you, but keep your shoulders square. And then when you're backing him, look directly in between his hips. And that'll keep your chin up, and that'll tell you faster than looking at his feet if he's going crooked.
Oh, that makes sense.
Whoa. Okay. And then the other thing is, I stood there in the back position and didn't back him, so I'm not going to back him from that. From now on, I want you, as soon as you, because I was showing you where it is, but as soon as you're in the back position, back him. Because I want him to associate, okay, Cody's in that position, that means I need to back. Cody's in that position, I need to pivot. So if you're in the pivot position to do either of those, you need to be doing it. Don't stand there and talk or stand there and look. Do it. And just pull until he comes up where I want him. Apparently my horse is just a closet eater. It's like clean now.
She just didn't want to be watched.
See, I got around the garage. She nickered.
Oh.
Okay. When you're backing him,
okay, listen.
hold this so that you can focus. Take that big step out, twirl around. Whoa.
And he'll get so he's not so nervous when he does it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
he'll get more accustomed to it. Whoa.
See, right now he's guessing what she's asking. It's called the communication barrier. He's got to learn the cues.
And the cue for back is this funny noise like a That's what we do for back. And when you walk off, I want you to, same thing as when you walk off at the walk. You know, I want you to really make sure you really walk hard. Because if you walk, maybe walk at him, you get him to maybe walk out of your way. If you walk really fast, he's going to back really fast and you don't want to.
Yeah, he looks nice in the halter.
With his
Flowing mane.
fur. I mean,
His coat.
coat for shining the light.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and he's shiny anyway. He doesn't have any on his back.
Whoa. And I want him to stand. When I say whoa after I stop and go to walk, to get in the back position, he wants to walk forward because he's still confused. So just tell him whoa and keep doing it until he needs to stand and wait, not follow, because I said whoa.
Oh, I forgot to bring chairs.
Another thing you can do is pop him in the front legs with it. And there. Whoa. Whoa. And see how he was backing? I was walking at him. I wasn't hitting him with this, and I wasn't pulling on the chain. So that's when he's backing just from my body, and that's what you want. So I stopped.
He's a listening to you. He's got that hot rodder lift back on. We're going to see it from this direction. This.
That was excellent.
Okay,
And the more he gets better at moving his feet, then you can start asking him to put his head down. But the only time I want you to use that chain is to set him up, or to steer him when he's backing, or if you need to fix a little with the pivot. But in general, everything you do in the showmanship, I want to drape there. So he needs to, don't hold him to do it. He needs to do it on his own. So like he backs because I stepped at him, not because I pulled on the chain.
It's going to take practice. That's why you're going to be out here often to do this.
In the video,
Yeah, we go back. I think seeing yourself too helps. He went crooked.
yeah, but he won't.
Yeah, and that's what you're focusing on right now.
And as he gets better, if his hip goes this way, pull his head into it. Counter steer like you would a car or a trail. His hip goes to the right, pull his head this way. If his hip goes that way, push his head that way, and
Oh, so it's to practice? Or?
That's the other thing. Is Cody and him get better and get closer, start making him patterns.
Okay.
Not perfect. He didn't walk quite as fast as I like to, but I didn't have to pull on him and he moved out of my way. So, I'm going to show you a little pivot stuff. Now you're going to want to have your whip so that you can whip behind you. Have you done any work with the pivot?
Yeah. That's the other day where I said I wondered if he'd done it before. It sure wasn't perfect, but it did better than I've ever done for the first time with anybody.
You're going to be in a similar position. Okay, when I set him up, my toes are pointed at his opposite way. When I want you to pivot, I want you to kind of step at this eye. Step right in it, and keep, a lot of people, 90% of people when they go to pivot want to push to this shoulder, and this shoulder comes way out here. And you have to kind of think about, okay, I'm asking him to go forward, but I don't want him to go out into a little circle, so you'll have to close that out circle with this shoulder. Think of that as a door, and keeping it in, and then stepping at him and asking him forward to keep that pivot. Whoa. Okay, we stepped out of it, but
Yeah,
there was a few things I liked about it. You want him to pivot on his right rear hind, and so he needs to step forward with that left hind. And so you need to keep your hands forward. If you pull towards his shoulder, he's going to switch on you with pivot foot. And he's going to pivot on his left hind and step back with his right. And he also crossed in front. So when he goes around in a pivot, this foot needs to come over this foot like this. Okay?
Okay.
And again, don't ask for a big one right now. I asked for 2 steps in the back. I'm going to ask for 2 steps in the pivot until he's better. Whoa. Whoa. He didn't plan it, but his body was in the right. He was moving his feet in the right direction. And then, again, as he gets better at the pivot, then you can start asking for him to bring his head down. Just like when we're walking, I pull it down. You do that in the back, or pivot, either one. Whoa.
I think he'll do well for you. I think you'll do well with him.
Whoa, that was really good. And he doesn't want to do it, but a lot of horses will get so that when you walk at them, their head and neck goes that way, but their shoulder comes out here and they get really curved.
He did that a little bit. He did that a little
So
bit.
that's when you need to come in here with this and whack him and get that shoulder straightened out. Because if they get that curved, they can't stay planted. They can't pivot. They have to. You want them straight, and they have to be fairly straight to be able to pivot.
What I did was I switched hands and I used my right hand and I slapped him on the shoulder.
Okay, that works. But the only thing is, you're changing your body position a lot to do that.
Okay.
You want to keep your body position about the same as you can. That's why whipping behind you like I have works a little better. Because
Okay.
my body
See, I hadn't
doesn't
thought
change
of
as
that.
much.
That's why we needed you
So that's
here.
why a long lead rope works really well.
All right.
And then as he gets more finished or closer to getting, when he's getting better and he's just getting a little crooked if you have to, then and he gets his nose that way, you can just pull a little towards you and towards this outside hip and down and pull his head, and that'll straighten his body out and you don't have
Say
to
that
hit
again.
him. Okay, if he's getting really...
So he's bending at the neck, Bex.
So
Basically, he's
really
avoiding
here,
by doing that,
and
yeah?
he's getting better at it and stuff. He's not as much. I don't have to hit him here, and I'm getting closer to showtime and stuff, and I would need to be able to fix it. You can just come here and pull towards your outside hip a little and down so that I pull his body straight, and that should put his shoulder back in place.
Okay, I got you.
I'll show you a little trotting stuff.